My state, New Mexico, has the second highest rate of teen pregnancies in the nation. New Mexico also has a dropout rate that is increasing. People often blame culture and parenting for these rates, but there is another power at fault that is usually forgotten. This power is our schools, where students go for 7 hours a day, 300 days a year, from as early as 4 years old. In the Albuquerque Public School system alone, there are nearly 90,000 students. Nearly 70% are African American, Hispanic, Native American, or Asian students. So when New Mexico's school systems fail to have proper health and sex education, it is failing mostly students of color.
When you look at rates of STDs and STIs, when you look at rates of HIV and AIDS, like women of color are at the top of all of those. There's only so many hours in a day, and you have all these subjects to teach, and if you're going to take away one subject, well, you're not going to take away math. But, sex ed is one of those subjects that can easily be taken away because it's not seen as a necessity and it's not seen as something that young people need.
I felt like the most valuable aspect of sex education was the open communication aspect of it. And if there could be more of that, I think like the whole school in general would just be a significantly better place.
In this state is we have a lot of single parent households. We have a lot of children that aren't living with their biological parents, or we have children who just don't have that kind of relationship with their parents. So ideally we would love parents to be the ones that are the main teachers. But a lot of times, young people don't have that system set up at home. That's why we would hope that the schools would be there at least for those kids.
It needs to be taught at home as well as in the schools. There needs to be better communication between the schools and the parents.
Probably like a 5.5.
7, I'd probably say.
4, 3 or 4. I mean, it was very low. It was just basic, this is anatomy, this is what STDs are. That was it.
I would rate my sexual education as a 6.5.
It was probably a 6. Room to improve.
That's the other thing. Schools can teach using almost any curricula they want as long as it meets the standards and benchmarks. So, it's kind of hard. One school may be teaching everything and doing a great job, and the school next door might not be teaching anything at all.
In 2009, Young Women United, an organization by and for women of color based in Albuquerque, conducted a survey where they asked high schoolers from all around the Albuquerque area to grade their sex education. These are those results.
We do have state standards and benchmarks which kind of outline that if you do teach it, this is what you have to teach. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's in the classrooms yet. Like I said, it's pretty much left up to the schools and the districts to decide how they want to teach it, when they want to teach it, who they want to teach it. It could be a certified health educator, or it could just be the PE teacher.
When I was in 7th grade, they started doing it was DARE plus health. But my male PE coach was the teacher, so all I did was put in movies, and I think we watched one about pregnancy, and then we watched one about AIDS.
We never really went deep enough into talking about the double standard with sex and calling girls sluts.
I think making it more of something that's understood for teenagers and addressing them not like they're 5 and that they actually have an idea of what's going on, because chances are they do.
I think they should teach kids better ways to come for to talk to their parents about this kind of stuff. Not about questions, but more birth control, because that's something that's really hard to talk to your parents about, but I think you should be able to.
Needs to be a lot more education, a lot more open door policy, and a lot more resources for these kids to go.
parents and young people just really need to be involved in the issue, find out what's being taught in school, ask questions, you know, find out what the policies are. And that's the first way to get started and to try to get this type of education taught in the schools.
It is now time to urge our schools to step in when parents don't feel comfortable speaking to their children about sex. Abstinence cannot be the only topic on schools' curriculum because evidence has shown that it doesn't work. Women of color need to know where they can access comprehensive health information, adequate birth control, and they need to know what their rights are. By improving New Mexico's sex education and health, we will improve New Mexico as a whole.